Well, good morning to you and the viewers at home. Of course, it's a hive of activity in Upington as the president is set to hold his Imbizo at about 10 a.m. at the Xolisi Deki Jacobs Stadium. Now, we're currently with the Premier of the Northern Cape, Mr. Zamani Saul, to speak about a perfect case study where there is lacking in service delivery in terms of water, sanitation and housing. You may have seen our earlier preview where we spoke about the Dakota settlement. Very tragic visuals there, people still using the bucket system, tin shacks, that is not a suitable environment for someone to live in. Of course, children as well not making their way to school as they cannot afford it and the distance is too long. Now, Mr. Saul, I just want to talk to you about service delivery and the close link to it with regards to the Constitution. And in a constitutional democracy, how do we have a location such as Dakota still existing in the province of the Northern Cape?
No, thank you very much, Canny, for this opportunity, and morning to the viewers of SABC. I think I just want to put your question into proper context. Northern Cape, in the country, we've got the biggest households. That is the reason why with the previous visit of the president, we took him to households where there's about 3-4 generations staying in a 3-room house. About 47, 52 people staying just in one house. So what we are experiencing now is what we were warned years back by Stats SA, that Northern Cape has got the biggest households in the country. It's the explosion of that problem, which leads to proliferation and mushrooming of informal settlements right throughout the province. People moving out of these big households, going and put up shanties and all of that. But we've got a program to try and address that problem. We've committed ourselves in 2019 that for the next 5 years, we are going to build about 25,000 service sites in the province. And this area where we are now, we are already in a process of completing 8,000 sites where informal settlements will benefit, including Dakota Weg. After we've done that, our primary focus now, taking off from the stance which was taken by Minister Cyril, to ensure that we've got formal sites, even if people are staying in informal housing, but it should be informal housing on formal sites with running water, with proper sanitation and electricity. And that's the program which we are busy with, and Dakota Weg is also part and parcel of that pipeline.
Now that you've put it into context, I still want to zoom back into Dakota. What is the timeline for an informal settlement like that? And once again, how do we see something like that existing? Some of those residents have said that they've been there for years, moving from other areas in the Northern Cape, such as Upington, and they're waiting about over a month for their buckets to be changed. So it still speaks to service delivery, things that can be implemented immediately. How does a situation like that exist in this province?
Okay, check at a minimum level, bucket system must be changed weekly, at a minimum, bare minimum level. Bucket system must be changed weekly, and if that's the case, that they have to wait for a month for bucket system to be changed, then that is something that is completely unacceptable. We are going to immediately attend to that. As I'm speaking to you, the mayor is also there at the holding room. We are going to immediately attend to that. But we've got a long-term program, as I have told you. It's a commitment that we've made in 2019, 25,000 formal sites where we'll be able to move people with informal housing to be on formal sites. And that in itself will assist us. It will assist us to accelerate our housing delivery program.
And lastly, is the municipalities or the district municipalities looking at the province as well as national for assistance? Lastly, before you go to...
Sorry? Yes. What was the question?
Are these district municipalities looking at the province or national for assistance in delivering services?
Definitely. I'm certain you heard the Minister of Cooperative Governance, not the Minister of Cooperative Governance, the Minister for Human Settlement. Her announcement that she made yesterday that they gave us extra funding in order for us to address the human settlement challenges in the province, and we highly appreciate that. That is the reason why we've got these Imbizos, is to expose our national ministers to the real challenges which we are confronted with as the province.
All right, perfect. Thank you. That was Mr. Saul. I'm just going to step out of frame. He's making his way to welcome the President, Cyril Ramaphosa, to the Northern Cape as he is holding an Imbizo to engage residents. That is Mr. Ramaphosa making his way through to the venue. At about 10 a.m., the event will start at the Mxolisi James Stadium, where the President will engage with various residents on the issues that are affecting them. We've identified water, sanitation and housing as some of the key elements that may be brought up as they discuss these issues from 10 a.m.